So the Yankees are in Fenway now and dropped the first game of the series, unfortunately, by a score of 5-3 to the Boston Red Sox. And with the exception of a two-run single by DJ LeMahieu and an RBI walk from Clint Frazier, that was it pretty much the Yankees offense. Even though they out-hit the Red Sox 9-7, the Red Sox hits were more timely. And, Domingo Germán started for the Yankees, didn't do much. He's really come crashing back down to, earth after a great start to the season. And he gave him 4 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 strikeouts, and had a walk and had about almost just under 80 pitches. I'm not sure why he didn't come out for the 5th inning, but then the bullpen came in. Lucas Licky, an inning and 2/3. Johnny Lasagna, an inning and 1/3, with 4 strikeouts, so looked pretty good. Zach Britton, something happened with Britton. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but they had to bring in Luis Sessa for 2/3 of an inning. So I don't know if Britton's hurt again or whether they just took him out after one batter for whatever reason. But this is why I've been emphasizing also the need for more pitching on the relief and the starting side for the Yankees, because a lot of the relievers on the Yankees end from the bullpens on the major league end, but the bullpen have kind of come crashing back to reality as well. They were the meat and potatoes of the team for most of the season, and then they become a little bit vulnerable and exposed a little bit. And I know O'Day's coming back and Justin Wilson's coming back, but I still think they need another power arm, just a reliable major league arm. And I proposed a couple of players recently, and take a look at my more recent videos, and you'll see a video coming out this weekend on 3 decisions that the Yankees need to make. That's coming out on Sunday, so be on the lookout for that one. And it talks about that and the pitching decisions that they need to make and kind of how to go about doing it, at least in my view. But I think you'll find that interesting. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. That way you don't miss it, and hit the bell icon. That way you know exactly when it's coming. But aside from that, the starting pitching wasn't great on the Mets side. The Red Sox side either. So, but I'm not really worried about the Red Sox. They're still a better team than the Yankees, unfortunately. They're outperforming them, outplaying them. And the Yankees have to come back tomorrow, and get a win. They have to beat. They haven't played well against Boston, especially recently. So, especially at home. If I remember correctly, Boston swept them in Yankee Stadium. So they have to come back and win the next 2 games, or at least I hope that they do, to win this series in order to get back on good footing and kind of continue momentum, and I said this recently, I hope they get into the habit of winning consecutive series again, too, because at the very least puts them on a good momentum, movement. So, but we'll see what happens here. It was a disappointing loss. It was a winnable game. They had 11 strikeouts. They left guys on base. Even in the 9th inning, DJ grounded into a game-ending double play. So Clint Frazier had a terrible strikeout, too. It just, they need to do something. They need to address the hitting. And it's good to see some guys getting warm or getting hot, but then the other guys get cold. It's this never-ending yo-yo or seesaw of the hitting on the Yankees side, and they haven't been able to kind of cohesively gel together as a unit yet and fire on all cylinders, and it's unfortunate. But at the very least, they need to bring in another left-handed hitter or a switch hitter or both. So, and I do mention a few other players in that video on Sunday. So, you let me know what you think of that, and let me know what you think of my video tomorrow. I'm actually doing 2 moves that the Mets need to make to actually solidify themselves as contenders in the National League East, serious contenders. So that's coming out tomorrow morning, Saturday. But that's the recap. I wish I had better news, but I kind of had a feeling the Yankees were going to struggle tonight because of Germán. It's just he's been struggling quite a bit, and he's not been able to go through 4 innings, and it's just, I don't know what's going on. But we need more starters. We need innings from our starters. That way they're not wearing out the bullpen, because bullpens do get tired too, even elite ones. And even though we've got depth, we don't have long relief depth. Johnny Lasagna and Luis Sessa can throw some innings, but we need another arm, a reliable arm that can throw multiple innings too. So we'll see what the Yankees do. And it's really going to be interesting to see whether they do it early or whether they wait longer and longer and longer. And while teams like the Red Sox, the Blue Jays, and the Rays make moves, when the Yankees aren't paying attention, and they maybe take guys that the Yankees should have been getting themselves or could have been getting themselves. But we'll see what happens. So, unfortunately, the Yankees did drop the game today, 5-3, And again, it was a winnable game, but it is what it is. So hopefully the Yankees come back tomorrow and reverse it and put the series tied at 1. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Talk to you next time.